reporting, ladies and gentlemen. We have about 9,200 votes in. Tayshaun Prince is the leader, 40%. Bobby Lane in second place at 30%. Dino Ciccarelli in third at 23%. Dave DeBuscher at fourth, 5%. I'm telling you, it's an age thing.
It is.
Because Dave DeBuscher, at U of D, and at us Piston player and coach. Of course, he didn't. No, he was a player coach. He coached while he played. I think that's why I voted for him.
I did too.
All right. Let's go to the phones before we go inside. Let's ask Chris if the township. Jordan Tutu. I mean, come on, his name and his number is Tutu. That's right, he didn't wear number 22, did Jordan Tutu? What happened to longevity? Billy Sims, who played 5 years, but Dino played 4 years. That's a good comment, but Billy Sims was here for 4 years. But the Billy Sims deal is because, look how many twenties you had. You had Barry, Beacon, and Neil Lombardi was better than Billy Sims because he has longevity. Billy Sims score a lot of points most of those days. In his 12 seasons with the Pistons, which included a comeback year with the Pistons back in 2000, Tayshaun Prince averaged for the Pistons almost 14 points a game.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was not just a guy for a block. And, and he also, the defense, remember they put him on Tracy McGrady his rookie year in the playoffs when the Magic were up 3-1. Good job up to that series again.
And if we're talking about names like that last ticket texter, what was it, 2-2?
Yeah.
did on Ty Law. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. He was one of the best cover corners that Michigan has ever had.
Look, Michigan home. That's okay. You're allowed.
Michigan holder after the number 20, and I said, who did I say? Jalen Reeves Maven?
Yeah, I know. That was,
Yeah.
No. Jackson Watch.
Oh, yeah, Jackson Watch. Yes. Hey, that was cool.
Doing that in Tennessee.
Yes.
485399797 is the telephone number. Let's go to Gary real quick and do a correspondent. Hi, Gary.
How you doing, brother? This is Jeff. How are you, sir?
Good.
Good. For you guys to take the week. We're not closed. Catholic High School is opened up in Chesterfield Township. Athletic outside he stuck his driver, and this is not urban legend, he stuck his driver out to home plate, teed up a golf ball, and obviously it was fairly easy. It's feet, not yardage at Tiger Stadium. He hit a golf ball over the left field roof. So anyway, little Dave DeBuscher trivia for you, and probably the only guy who's going to be considered at UAD, because he played all 4 years there, unlike Spencer Haywood, who only played a year. That's Dave DeBuscher plug.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt about it. That's why I voted for him. I think Dave DeBuscher, because he did it at two places in Detroit, at U of D and for the Pistons, and he coached. He did everything. But most of our audience never saw him play. But then again, more people saw Dave DeBuscher play than Bobby Lane, and Bobby Lane is right there up very close to Tayshaun Prince. All right, our telephone number 248-539-9797. Was he amazing last night? Amazing. Tony's update next.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
This update is powered by Jeff Glover and Associates. The Tigers lose their 8th in a row as they drop a 5-3 decision to the White Sox last night in Chicago. Casey Mize's debut was a solid one. He would strike out 7 while giving up 3 runs over 4 1/3 innings. Manager Ron Gardenhire afterwards on Mize's outing.
He was impressive. The first 3 or 4 innings, that was impressive to watch. Made a couple of mistakes late, but you know what? He did his job. We didn't want to overwhelm him or try to make him go too long after that. It was fun watching him pitch. The guy could really pitch. The first 3 or 4 innings were really good.
The Cincinnati Reds have suspended longtime play-by-play voice Tom Brenneman after he used an anti-gay slur during yesterday's telecast on Fox Sports Ohio. The comment was made moments after coming out of a commercial break when Brenneman didn't realize that he was on the air. After an off day yesterday, training camp will resume for Lions players and coaches today in Allen Park. The NBA playoffs on Wednesday. The winners were the Raptors, the Jazz, the Celtics, and the Mavericks. Over in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the winners were the Lightning, the Bruins, the Avalanche, the Canadiens, and the Canucks. According to stories out of Chicago, Big Ten officials are reportedly working on a revised college football schedule that could see the 2020 season start in early January, with games being played in indoor NFL stadiums. Now that dovetails with Commissioner Kevin Warren's statement, which he released yesterday, where he confirms that he won't change his mind on the Big Ten playing football this fall. NCAA officials confirm in a release yesterday that they'll decide by mid-September if the 2021 college basketball season will start on time or if the start of the season will be pushed back into January. If the latter happens, expect the Big Ten and other conferences to eliminate non-conference games next season. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Oh, we've got a battle going on between Bobby Lane and Tayshaun Prince. 35.5% for Bobby Lane right now. 34.3% for the Palace Prince. Dino Cicerelli, 24%. And the person who should have won this thing, Dave DeBusschere, 6.2%. But look, I understand.
We get no love.
No, I understand it. It's unless it's unless it's Gordie Howe or Alex
Right.
Delvecchio, Dave
Bobby
DeBusschere,
Lane.
yeah, Bobby Lane,
Yes.
who nobody saw play.
The legend
Yes.
of Bobby Lane
Exactly.
is what everybody is
The Bobby
going
Lane,
on.
the Bobby Lane curse. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Beautiful next few days. Highs in the 80s. Not much chance of rain, so a good day to go outside and have some fun, no matter what that fun is. Coming up around 8:18, we'll have a John Jansen update on if a certain thing that he received the other day did indeed change his life. But as Tony mentioned in the update, Casey Mize made his debut yesterday, his long-awaited debut. Obviously, it was a little better than Derek Skubal's debut, that's for sure. Mize going 4 1/3, nothing great. You wanted to see him at least go 5. 7 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts, no walks. And look, if you watch baseball, you're going to sit there and look at the stats and say, yeah, what's the big deal? Well, he looked like a pitcher.
Right.
You know what I mean? He changed his speeds. He could throw hard. He changed direct. He did a lot of things that, pitchers are supposed to do. Good pitchers are supposed to do. And he did them. And he looked like somebody who may be really good someday. That said, you cannot judge a guy based upon his debut. Just same way I'm not going to judge
Starting
Derek
route
Skubal
228 to
on
1
how he
Orchard
looked.
Lake Road.
Well, and I think too, when you
In 2.2
look at what
miles,
Casey
turn
Mize
right
did, if
onto
you watch
West
the
Maple
game,
Road.
not only did it look like he belonged, but he looked like he had the mental side of it as well, because you could tell he had studied the batters. He was putting balls that were, on the outside when it needed to be, or inside, or if he knew that guys struggled with the changeup or the split finger, he was giving it to him. And yeah, he had a couple of errant throws, which you would expect, especially if somebody's throwing those types of pitches. But I just felt like mentally, he didn't look like it was his first start. I thought that he was just further along because of his ability to throw pitches that were just the right selection. Some of that's the catcher. And we talked about that when Skubal was I wanted to see how he was going to interact with, Austin Romine.
Right. Yesterday was Griner, wasn't it? Because I think...
Was yesterday Grinder?
Yeah, I think yesterday was Griner because I think they worked together a little bit last year at one point, maybe.
Starting
I mean, I'm
route
wrong.
228 to
I
1
think,
Orchard Lake Road.
Griner was the catcher yesterday. But still,
In 1.3 miles,
got
turn right
rattled
onto
because
West Maple
the first
Road.
2 guys got home runs. If Casey Mize, who gave up a home run in the first inning, if he gave up back-to-back to lead the game, who knows how that would have gone for him as well. He did hang one up to Encarnacion, who put it down the left field line. Boy, watching that live, I kind of thought that was foul, but obviously it wasn't. And I'm not saying it was a controversial call or anything like that. It just looked like it was going to be a foul ball. Look, as a Tiger fan, 248-539-9797, what did you expect?
1 mile,
and what did
turn
you
right
think?
onto West
I don't
Maple
think
Road.
anybody can be, can't judge a book by its cover, as you said. Also, first impressions sometimes are really good, sometimes they're not. I thought for a first impression it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Unlike this baseball team right now, which is really, really bad. Yeah.
Well, it was good, and it was good because I can't wait to see him pitch again.
Yes.
And same with Skubal. I can't wait to see him pitch again. It gives me something more to look forward to than just turning the Tigers on because I want to see baseball.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing if Mize would, pitch this weekend against, but it's not. He'll pitch against the other Chicago team. So he's got, 2 really good hitting teams to start off with. The the White Sox and the Cubs. Schoolboy, I believe, will get Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we'll get Cleveland on Sunday. And Cleveland, they're playing better, obviously, but they're not a great hitting ball club by any means.
Right.
Not
like the White Sox.
Right. Although they have Lindor, Ramirez, and people like that. It's going to be interesting to see how Skubal pitches on Sunday. It's just it's just nice to see. So all we want is hope here. The team is so bad all around for the most part. I mean, you have a few guys who can play a little bit, but even maybe we'll get to this later in tomorrow.
At the
or
light,
whatever.
turn right onto West Maple
I'm
Road.
starting to really get concerned about Mega because he's not even hitting the ball hard on a lot of balls.
No, I mean the hardest ball he hit was right back up the middle yesterday, and obviously he could have taken the pitcher's head off, but other than that, has he really made great contact?
No, he had the stretch where he hit a few home runs, but
In
he was
1
under
mile,
200.
at the
again.
roundabout, take the
His on-base
second exit onto
percentage
West Maple
is
Road.
awful. And I don't know. Yeah, I think you mentioned the other day that maybe if you put him at first base, he becomes more engaged and better. I have no idea if anything is happening. He looks like he's engaged. He's just not getting it done.
And he looks healthy, so you can't blame it on his health.
Right. It's the reflexes probably aren't there with the power. Who knows? Now, granted, it's only what's been like 20 games they've played, something like that. They're 9 and.
Yeah.
9 and 15, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is more than a slump. Okay, guys get off the rough starts early in seasons a lot of times, but usually, especially for me, it's always been wait till the weather warms up. Well, the weather's freaking warm. Okay, and you've played in Cincinnati where you did it at home run. You're playing in Chicago, which is a launching pad. It's just depressing.
It is, but it's depressing because of the record. It's depressing because it's been so long since they've been competitive. They set records in regards to
At
how
the
many
roundabout,
losses that
take the
they've
second
had.
exit onto West
What is it?
Maple
2 of the top 5 losses are within the last 5-6 years of Tiger baseball. And
No, I think 03 and last
was it 03?
year.
Oh yeah.
03.
So, and that's why Skubal and Mize, bringing them up
In 1 mile,
and
turn left
seeing
onto
them
Orchard Lake
now
Road.
gives us hope. Like I have hope every time Mize takes the field now, and because I believe that he'll learn from this experience. There are things that and you heard from him after the game that he felt like he did well, but there are things that he can do better. You heard from Gardenhire that there was things that he could do better, and you hope from start 1 to start 2 that you see some of those things. It doesn't mean it's going to be a win.
Right, and right now, okay, it may be unfair. Okay, I preface this. It may be very unfair. But right now, when the Tigers play, if it's not Turnbull, or even though it's only 1 game, I'm ahead of myself, or Mize, they're the only 2
In
guys who I
half a
said
mile,
the Tigers have a
turn
chance
left
to win the
onto
game.
Orchard Lake Road.
Yep.
I mean, Skubal, not yet, obviously, but it's early. Matthew Boyd, no. Fulmer and whatever is following him, no. When they had Nova, keep you in it. No, they got nobody. The team is no good. And it's depressing. And seeing Cabrera just struggle like this. They have guys every once in a while. Romine will have a good game. Candelario's starting to
At the
come around
light,
a little bit.
use
He
the
hit a home run
left 2
last
lanes
night.
to turn onto Orchard Lake
It's
Road.
just-
Well, but like you said earlier, it's not even
Jacoby Jones is like their best player. How pathetic is that?
in 2021.
Turn
all
left.
right, the expectations are going to be hopefully they're better.
Right.
But it's 22 where you're like, okay, we should take a gigantic step forward, and I
Right.
think that's what everybody has in their minds right now is watching Mize, watching Skubal, watching Turnbull, and thinking in 2 years we could have, if we could continue to build around that staff. Okay, I could see where we could be in 2022, and
They need positional players. Hopefully Torkelson and then Green and Paredes. After his first game, he hasn't looked that great.
Isak.
Although he looks like a player at least, but that's just looks. All right, 248-539-9797. Coming up next, John Jansen's life was changed, or was it? 97 minutes.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center. This report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. There's a car fire working to clear up heading out towards Ann Arbor, 94 westbound at Michigan Avenue, where the left lane is blocked. Also, construction delays continue 96 westbound between Milford and Kent Lake Road. For same-day service of your air conditioning or plumbing, call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 37 years in the business. A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. 800-924-2123. Mastercraftheating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
In 1 mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto
Right now
Orchard
at
Lake Road.
LaFontaine Buick GMC of Ann Arbor, lease a 2020 Buick Encore GX demo for as low as $179 a month. The all-new Encore GX, fully equipped with advanced technologies such as Amazon Alexa integration and built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot. Hurry into LaFontaine Buick GMC of Ann Arbor or shop LaFontaine Buick GMC AnnArbor.com today. Lease 24 months at 10,000 miles per year, $2,500 plus tax, title, and plate due at signing. Need GM employee pricing at Buick GMC lease and household. No security deposit. Ends 8/31/20.
Yo, Mom, I know how you can afford my new skateboard.
And how's that?
SVS Vision has this thing called Kids See Free. When you buy a complete pair of glasses for yourself, SVS Vision will give me a free pair, which means you'll have money for the finer things in life, like
Another skateboard? And who's gonna pay for another ER visit?
Come on, Mom, that only happened like 5 times.
Kids see free at SVS Vision. Get the details at svsvision.com.
Want a fancy steakhouse quality steak that you can grill to perfection at home? JJ's Prime Steaks and Cheesecakes, a Michigan-born local company, supports local farmers and provides you with USDA all-natural choice and prime top cuts, as well as chicken, pork, seafood, and their amazing cheesecakes. Order at jjsteaks.com and it's delivered free next day to your home safely. For a limited time, for the first 200 people, order our amazing choice pack. Type in the coupon code radio and get 3 pounds of marinated chicken breast and one of our famous homemade cheesecakes at no extra charge. jjsteaks.com.
Hi, this is Rachel with Kroger, asking for all Michiganders to help
4.8
now during
miles.
Kroger's
The
First
destination is
Responders
on your
Virtual
right.
Food Drive.
22821
COVID-19
Orchard
prevents an
Lake Road.
in-person food drive from happening this year, so the virtual food drive was created to help collect funds for 6 local food banks right here in Michigan. These funds will feed families across our state. Your help is greatly appreciated and desperately needed. Every dollar helps. Please consider making a donation to feedmitch.com. That's feedmich.com. Let's end hunger together.
Did you start 2020 with the goal of buying or selling a home? Hi, I'm Mark Z with eXp Realty. While the current situation has halted many things in your life, achieving that goal does not have to be one of them. The real estate market here in Metro Detroit is on fire. If you're looking to get your home sold, call me, Mark Z, today and start packing.
We've all been to quite a few fundraisers over the years, in many cases because someone has died or is very ill. This is why having affordable life insurance is a must. Hi, I'm Mike Prefer of National Benefit Plans. I shop from over 70 life insurance carriers across the country to get you the best possible rate. Remember, we are only a doctor visit away from being uninsurable. So call me now at 877-734-2200 or on the web at nbphealth.com. And remember, National Benefit Plans would like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime.
Not having identity theft protection is like fumbling around in the dark.
Where's that light switch?
Ow. Even if you monitor your credit and bank statements, you could be blind to other identity threats.
That sounded expensive.
With breaches on the rise and your info in so many places, cybercriminals could use your info to steal your identity.
Yuck.
And sell it on the dark web or open loans in your name.
Someone there?
That's why LifeLock helps detect and alert you to hard-to-see dangers. If there's a problem, a dedicated U.S.-based specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, you don't have to stay in the dark.
Oh, there's the light switch.
Get up to 25% off your first year with promo code AWARE at LifeLock.com. That's 25% off using code AWARE at LifeLock.com.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing a wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer Wet Jet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
If you're very quiet, you can hear it. The joy, the freedom, the crunch. From 100% whole grain oats. Stay outside longer with Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Granola Bars. We are better outside.
At Motor City Harley-Davidson in Farmington Hills, it's our 23rd anniversary celebration this Saturday from noon to 5. Join us for live music, cold drinks, barbecue food fest, pinstriping, Rockford Fosgate, and more. Shop us at MotorCityHarley.com. Your opinion matters. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket Studio line at 248-539-9797. Book your stay at the D by visiting thed.com. The D Las Vegas, the home for Detroit sports in Vegas. Now, text or call the ticket using the same number. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
First, 2 outs, no score. First inning, Tigers and Chicago White Sox. Casey Mize Major League debut at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cutter got him. What a pitch.
Boy, with that 89, that's a dandy.
And what a first inning for Casey Mize. Couple of strikeouts. Moncada on the splitter. Jimenez on the cutter.
Tigers end up losing 5-3. The debut of Casey Mize. We want to know what you think. We want you to vote on our Twitter poll, the greatest number 22 in the history of Michigan sports. Right now with 43,500 ballots casting. Bobby Lane, the leader, 36%, followed by Tayshaun at 29%, Dino Ciccarelli, 23%, Dave DeBuscher, 9.9%, and protesting outside the building right now is John Sally, Ty Law, and Miles Bridges, among others.
Peacefully, of course.
Yes, exactly. Peacefully, of course. A couple of quick ticket texts. The fact that a player who threw more interceptions than touchdowns is winning the vote, or even an option on the vote, shows how pathetic the Lions and Lions fans are. I kind of disagree with that. Bobby Lane, it was more than stats. I mean, it was more than stats. In fact, somebody tweeted, Ron on Twitter says, Bobby Lane was the best and the last of the great Lions teams and became the lie downs when bought by the Fords, becoming a profit margin to assist Ford Motor Company to stay afloat. Plus the Lane curse on the team, and they've been mediocre ever since. Lane is the greatest Lion. I wouldn't say the greatest.
Yeah, I saw that one too, and I kind of cringed a little bit at that.
Somebody says most of these people don't know who Bobby Lane was. To my grandfather, he was the man of the 50s, 3 championships, and the last time the Lions were relevant. And then a few people have some pretty funny ones. Brett Lubda and Gene Lamont should be on there as well. The defense let Mize down yesterday. He was an ace. Yeah, Bonifacio was not exactly going to win any Gold Glove. He was called up and didn't look like he could hit or field. Biggie's performance is depressing because he signed for 3 more years at $30 million a year or more. Miggy blows. He does not care. So obvious. My dad loves minor league guys coming up as they hustle. Miggy just cashes checks. I seriously detest having Miggy. He blows. I think he cares.
Yeah.
I do. And he actually, the stupid play he made over the weekend where he got, ran through the stop sign. He was motoring. He obviously cares.
He wanted to get some points on the board.
Yes, absolutely. By the way, I want to mention this.
The destination is on your right. 22821 Orchard Lake Road.
I saw this. I didn't even read the exact details, but I watching ESPN. Sports Center's always up, and right now they're showing on ESPN Korean baseball on ESPN. Why I still have it on, I have no idea. But on the bottom line, the Oscar De La Hoya is coming back
at 47.
At 47, and it's not as an exhibition.
No. So I want to get into that too.
I can't stand it. I wouldn't like it.
But so that who was it? Tyson was going to fight, and
Jones, right?
And it was going to be an exhibition, and it was supposed to be, not for knockout. Can you honestly tell me that those guys are going to get in the ring and not try and knock the other guy out?
Of course they
just
are.
Because, yeah. I mean, so like, what What's the difference between an exhibition fight and a non-exhibition fight? Just the fact that there's no belt on the line?
Maybe it's only a 3-rounder. Sometimes exhibitions they wear headgear. I don't know the answer.
I mean, but I saw that as well, and I immediately thought of that because I had read that somewhere. They're like, yeah, they're not going to try and knock each other out.
I was just not a big De La Hoya fan. I saw him fight in person once.
47
in Las Vegas, and
it gives me hope.
Well, you could probably take out Oscar De La Hoya. He's a little faster than you, but if you
The destination is on your right.
I got the reach.
22821 Orchard Lake Road.
Size definitely matters as far as beds too, correct, John?
Yeah, no question. And I have made the change of my life. There's been a few I've made, but I have a king size bed, and my goodness, there is. I can't even believe that there is so much room in this bed.
I still can't believe that a guy who's 6'6", 300 pounds, whatever you are.
I like the queen bed because my wife was
never had a king size bed even before you were married.
Well, it's just I don't know. It's just it never entered my mind. It's just always what we had, whether it was because it fit in the room better or there's a lot of reasons. But
didn't you ever notice, like when you?
We still go to a hotel. I'd stay in a king bed. Yeah, it was nice, but generally it's before a game, and I never slept much, and I was always up and moving around. It never hit me.
Okay, so Friday you had your new king size mattress delivered.
Oh yeah.
So what was your first night of sleep like? Did it change everything right then and there?
It did, and so what made it even better was the real estate, obviously, but the fact that it's one of those sleep number beds, and I can adjust the level of firmness, and that's cool. But I can adjust my head. I can sit up to watch TV. I can get my feet up, and that helps me because I always sleep in certain positions and we touched on this earlier, the ankle injury. I still have, some side effects from that and some other injuries that I had. So this helps me in terms of